Good evening, and welcome. Tonight, we will leave behind the bright lights, busy roads, and constant sounds of the modern world. Instead, we will travel quietly through time to a peaceful farming community in the United States in the year 1850. As you settle into a comfortable position, allow your breathing to become slow and gentle. There is nowhere you need to be and nothing you need to do. Simply listen as another world slowly awakens around you. The year is 1850. Electric lights have not yet reached the countryside. There are no cars waiting outside a house, no airplanes crossing the sky, and no glowing screens filling the darkness with light. The only illumination comes from the moon above and the countless stars stretching across the endless heavens. A gentle breeze moves through tall oak trees that have stood here for generations. Their leaves whisper softly together, creating a sound so delicate that it almost feels like a lullaby. Far below, resting among rolling green hills, lies a small farming village. Only a handful of wooden homes stand here, each separated by open fields, fences built by hand, and quiet dirt roads. Every house looks simple, sturdy, and practical. They were built by hard-working families who depended on one another and on the land around them. Everything is still. No voices, no wagons, no tools striking metal. Only silence. From somewhere deep within the nearby forest comes the soft call of an owl beginning the final moments of its nightly watch. Soon, even the owl will become quiet as dawn approaches. A narrow stream flows peacefully beside the village. Its clear water glides over smooth stones that have rested in the same place for hundreds of years. The sound is steady, calm, and comforting. The cool air carries the fresh scent of damp earth, pine trees, wild grass, and wooden fences still wet with the night's gentle dew. Inside one modest farmhouse, a family continues to sleep. The home is built almost entirely from timber cut from nearby forests. The walls are thick enough to keep out the winter cold, while small windows allow the first light of morning to enter each day. The floors are made from wide wooden planks. They creak softly whenever someone walks across them, a familiar sound that every member of the family has known since childhood. Near the center of the home stands a stone fireplace. Only a few glowing embers remain from last night's fire, giving off the faintest warmth as they slowly fade into ash. The room is quiet. A wooden table sits near the window. Simple handmade chairs surround it. A small shelf holds carefully folded cloth, a few treasured books, and everyday tools that are used with great care. Nothing inside this home is unnecessary. Every object has a purpose. Every possession has been earned through patience and hard work. Upstairs, in a small bedroom beneath the sloping roof, an ordinary farmer sleeps peacefully. His day has not yet begun. Outside, the eastern horizon slowly changes. The deep black sky begins to soften into dark shades of blue. One bright star still shines above the fields, while the others quietly disappear one by one. The first robin sings a gentle morning song from the branch of an apple tree. Soon, another bird answers, then another. Within only a few moments, the silence becomes filled with the peaceful music of nature, welcoming a brand new day. A rooster somewhere across the valley lets out a calm, familiar crow. No one rushes. There is no hurry here. Life follows the rhythm of sunrise and sunset, just as it has for countless years. Soon, our farmer will wake, step outside into the cool morning air, and begin another ordinary day, one filled with honest work, simple comforts, and quiet moments that remind us how differently people once lived. But for now, the village remains wrapped in the final peaceful moments before sunrise. Take a slow breath. Imagine the cool morning air. Imagine the scent of fresh wood and damp earth. Imagine standing beside this quiet farmhouse in America in the year 1850, listening to nothing more than birdsong, a gentle breeze, and the peaceful silence of a world that is not yet awakened. The first light of dawn slowly reaches the edge of the fields. It does not arrive all at once. Instead, it quietly brushes across the landscape, painting the tops of the grass with a pale golden glow. Tiny drops of dew rest on every blade, sparkling gently for a few brief moments before the warmth of the morning sun will cause them to disappear. The village remains peaceful. A thin ribbon of mist drifts lazily over the nearby creek. It moves so slowly that it almost seems to be standing still. Along the water's edge, smooth stones glisten in the cool morning air, while tall reeds sway gently with every passing breeze. Inside the farmhouse, the silence is comforting. The farmer continues to sleep beneath a thick handmade quilt stitched together many years ago by careful hands. The mattress is filled with straw, and while it may not seem soft by modern standards, it provides enough comfort after a long day of honest work. There are no clocks ticking loudly beside the bed. In 1850, many families living in the countryside did not depend on mechanical clocks to begin their day. Instead, they trusted the rising sun, the sounds of birds, and years of familiar routine. The farmer has followed this rhythm for most of his life, season after season, harvest after harvest, without hurry, without complaint. The room carries the gentle scent of dry pine wood, mixed with the faint smell of yesterday's fire downstairs. Every wooden beam overhead tells the story of the home itself, carefully shaped with simple hand tools by skilled craftsmen. Outside, the apple trees surrounding the farmhouse are beginning to bloom. Their delicate blossoms attract small honeybees that quietly begin another day's work. Butterflies drift through the cool air without any destination except the next colorful flower. Nearby, a pair of horses stand patiently inside a wooden stable. They shift their weight from one foot to another, breathing softly into the cool morning air. Their warm breath rises in tiny white clouds before disappearing. The cows remain calm. The chickens still rest quietly upon their wooden roosts. Even the farm dog stretches lazily before curling back into a comfortable place near the barn door, enjoying a few more peaceful moments before the day truly begins. Nothing feels rushed. Everything follows nature's gentle schedule. Far beyond the village, rolling fields extend toward the distant hills. Some fields are planted with corn, others with wheat, oats, or hay. Wooden fences divide the land into neat sections, each built by hand from local timber. Every fence represents countless hours of careful work. Every field represents hope. A good harvest means food for the family, grain for the animals, and perhaps enough extra to sell at the nearest market several days away by wagon. As the sky grows brighter, the colors of the countryside slowly come alive. Soft greens, warm browns, golden grasses, blue skies stretching farther than the eye can see. The world feels open, calm, and welcoming. There is a peaceful beauty in this ordinary morning that many people in the modern world rarely have the chance to experience. No engines disturb the quiet, no traffic passes nearby, no loud machines interrupt the songs of birds. Only nature speaks. A gentle breeze carries the fragrance of fresh soil that was softened by light rain 2 evenings ago. The earth is ready for another day's careful work, and the farmer knows every corner of these fields as well as he knows his own hands. Soon, he will wake naturally. He will not need an alarm clock. Years of steady routine have taught his body exactly when morning begins. For now, however, there is still one last peaceful moment before the first footsteps echo across the wooden floor. The farmhouse remains wrapped in quiet stillness. Outside, the sun slowly climbs above the distant horizon, filling the valley with warm golden light. A brand new day has arrived in rural America, and with it comes another simple story, one not of kings or famous generals, but of ordinary people whose quiet lives helped build a growing nation, one sunrise at a time. The farmer slowly opens his eyes. There is no sudden movement, No loud noise to disturb the quiet morning. He simply listens for a moment. The birds are singing more confidently now. A gentle breeze slips through the slightly open window, carrying with it the fresh scent of grass and damp earth. Somewhere outside, another rooster announces the beginning of the day, though there is no urgency in its call. The farmer sits up slowly. For a few moments, he looks toward the small window beside his bed. Soft golden light is beginning to spread across the fields, and he smiles quietly to himself. Another day has begun. In 1850, life for an American farmer was rarely easy, but it often followed a comforting rhythm. Each season brought familiar tasks, and every sunrise offered another chance to care for the land that fed the family. He folds his quilt carefully. Nothing is wasted in this home. Blankets, clothing, tools, and furniture are expected to last for many years. If something breaks, it is repaired rather than replaced. Standing beside the bed, he quietly offers a moment of gratitude for the new day ahead. Then he dresses in simple clothes: a clean cotton shirt, heavy wool trousers held up by sturdy suspenders, thick wool socks, strong leather boots, already showing the marks of many seasons spent working in the fields. There are no fashionable designs, only practical clothing made to withstand long hours of honest labor. The wooden staircase gives a gentle creak beneath each careful step as he walks downstairs. The house remains peaceful. A few glowing embers still rest inside the stone fireplace. He kneels beside them and carefully places several small pieces of dry wood on top. With practiced hands, he gently blows across the embers until tiny orange flames begin to dance once again. Soon, the room fills with a pleasant warmth. The smell of burning oak drifts softly through the farmhouse. It is a comforting scent, one that has greeted countless mornings like this. Outside, the village is waking little by little. Smoke begins to rise from the chimneys of neighboring homes as other families light their own morning fires. A horse quietly stamps one hoof inside the stable. A cow lets out a slow, gentle moo. The farm dog stretches once more before wagging its tail as it notices movement inside the house. The farmer smiles as he opens the front door. Cool morning air greets him immediately. He pauses for just a moment on the wooden porch. Before him lies a landscape of quiet beauty. Fields glisten with morning dew. The nearby creek sparkles beneath the rising sun. Tall trees sway gently in the breeze. There is no rush to leave. Instead, he takes a deep breath and simply enjoys the peaceful beginning of another ordinary day. Many Americans living in rural communities during the mid-1800s experienced mornings much like this one. Their lives were closely connected to nature. They understood the changing seasons, watched the skies carefully, and depended upon rain, sunshine, and healthy soil more than anything else. Every day began with hope. Hope for healthy crops, hope for strong animals, hope that the weather would remain kind, hope that another honest day's work would provide enough for the family. The farmer quietly walks toward the barn. As he opens the large wooden door, warm sunlight begins to stream inside. The horses lift their heads. The cows patiently wait. The chickens flutter gently from their roosts. Soon, the simple routines of feeding the animals and preparing for the day will begin. But those stories belong to the next chapter. For now, the peaceful morning has fully arrived. The sun continues to rise above the rolling hills. Golden light spreads across every fence, every tree, every field, and every quiet farmhouse. America in 1850 awakens one gentle moment at a time. And as the farmer takes his first slow steps into another ordinary day, we leave him here, standing beneath the warm morning sky, surrounded by birdsong, fresh country air, and the comforting promise of a new beginning. Take one more slow breath. Imagine the quiet fields stretching endlessly before you. Feel the cool breeze. Listen to the gentle sounds of the countryside, and allow yourself to rest peacefully, knowing that tomorrow's story has already begun with the rising of the sun. The forest welcomed another quiet hour without anyone noticing. Nothing announced the passing of time. There were no bells, no distant traffic, no hurried footsteps, only the endless rhythm of gentle rain, falling with the same peaceful patience it had shown since the beginning of the night. The cabin rested comfortably beneath the shelter of the towering pine trees. Its wooden walls carried the warmth of the fire inside, while the rain cooled the roof above. Together, warmth and coolness created a perfect balance, making the little cabin feel like the safest place in the world. A single lantern glowed softly near the window. Its warm amber light blended beautifully with the gentle flicker of the fireplace, filling the room with a peaceful golden glow. The light never flickered too brightly. It simply breathed, slowly, quietly, comfortably. Outside, the rain continued to wash over every leaf and branch. Tiny streams of water slipped along the rough bark of the ancient pines before disappearing into the soft forest floor. The earth welcomed every drop without a sound. The scent of fresh rain became richer now. Cool pine needles, warm cedar wood, damp moss, fresh mountain air. Together, they created a fragrance that felt clean, comforting, and timeless. Far beyond the cabin, a quiet meadow rested beneath the night sky. Wild grasses swayed gently with the breeze, each blade holding tiny diamonds of rain that shimmered whenever the moon peeked through the clouds. The moon seemed unhurried tonight. It appeared for only a few peaceful moments before hiding once again behind soft, drifting clouds. The darkness it left behind never felt lonely. Instead, it felt gentle, protective, like a warm blanket wrapped around the entire forest. Inside the cabin, the fireplace glowed steadily. The bright flames had softened into glowing embers, radiating a quiet warmth that filled every corner of the room. The wooden floor reflected the golden light with a soft, comforting glow. Nothing moved quickly. Even the shadows on the walls drifted slowly, dancing almost imperceptibly with the quiet breathing of the fire. The silence inside the cabin was never empty. It was filled with peaceful sounds, the soft crackle of wood, the quiet whisper of rain against the windows, the gentle sigh of wind beyond the walls. Every sound reminded the heart that everything was safe, everything was calm, everything was exactly as it should be. Outside, small puddles mirrored the sky above. Every raindrop created perfect little circles that slowly expanded before melting into one another. Ripple after ripple, wave after wave, each one fading gently into stillness. Nearby, a tiny fern bowed gracefully beneath the weight of fresh raindrops. When the breeze passed, the droplets slipped gently from its leaves, falling one by one onto the soft moss below. The sound was almost impossible to hear. Yet somehow, it added another peaceful note to the forest's endless lullaby. The little creek continued its quiet journey through smooth stones. Its water flowed slowly, never rushing, never slowing, simply following its peaceful path beneath the trees. The rain joined the creek joined the forest joined the night. Everything belonged together. Nothing felt separate. As the hours drifted onward, the peaceful rhythm became even softer. Breathing became slower. Thoughts became quieter. The mind no longer searched for answers. It simply rested. The cabin stood quietly beneath the rain, its warm light shining gently through the darkness, like a silent promise that peace could always be found in simple moments. Outside, the forest breathed with the wind. Inside, the fire breathed with warmth. And above them both, the gentle rain continued its endless song, softly carrying the night forward, one peaceful drop at a time.
The large wooden barn is cool and peaceful. As the farmer gently slides open the heavy barn door, a warm ray of sunlight spills across the smooth wooden floor. Dust particles float lazily through the golden light, moving so slowly that they seem almost suspended in the air. The familiar scent of fresh hay, dry timber, and clean earth fills the barn. For the farmer, this is one of the most comforting places on the property. Every morning begins here. Every evening ends here. The horses are the first to greet him. There are two of them, both calm and dependable. They have worked beside him for many seasons, helping plow the fields, pull wagons, and carry heavy loads that would be impossible for one person alone. The farmer quietly strokes the neck of the older horse. The animal responds with a gentle breath and lowers its head, completely at ease. Trust like this is built over many years. In 1850, horses were not simply working animals. They were valued companions, and their health often determined whether a farm would have a successful year. The farmer places fresh hay into the wooden feeding rack. The horses begin eating slowly. There is no rushing, only the soft sound of hay being chewed and the occasional rustle of straw beneath steady hooves. Nearby, several dairy cows wait patiently inside their stalls. They know this morning routine as well as the farmer himself. He fills their feeding troughs with fresh hay gathered from the previous summer's harvest. The cows eat quietly while morning sunlight filters through small gaps between the wooden boards of the barn walls. Outside, swallows dart gracefully through the clear blue sky, catching tiny insects as they fly. Their movements are quick, yet somehow peaceful. The farmer fills a wooden bucket with clean water from a nearby barrel and carries it carefully to each animal. Every creature on the farm depends upon his daily care. Fresh water, good food, a clean shelter. These simple tasks require time and patience, but they are never ignored. Healthy animals mean healthy farms. After checking the horses and cows, the farmer walks toward the chicken coop. The small wooden gate opens with a familiar creak. Almost immediately, the chickens step into the morning sunlight. Some begin scratching the soft earth with their feet. Others search carefully for seeds hidden among the grass. A proud rooster walks slowly across the yard, watching over the flock with quiet confidence. The farmer scatters a handful of grain across the ground. Within moments, dozens of tiny pecking sounds fill the peaceful air. Fresh eggs will later be collected for the family's meals. Nothing on the farm goes to waste. Every animal has its purpose. Every task contributes to the family's well-being. As the farmer closes the co-op gate, his faithful farm dog happily follows close behind. The dog never wanders far. It has learned every corner of the farm and knows exactly where it is needed. Sometimes it helps guide livestock. Sometimes it simply keeps watch. And sometimes, like this peaceful morning, it walks beside its owner without making a sound. Beyond the barn, the fields shimmer beneath the growing warmth of the sun. Gentle waves of wheat move with each passing breeze, creating a soothing rhythm that stretches across the countryside. The farmer pauses for a moment. He rests both hands upon the top rail of a wooden fence. Before him lies another full day of honest work. Yet there is no feeling of being overwhelmed. Only quiet determination. One task at a time. One field at a time. One season after another. This steady rhythm has guided farming families for generations. The land teaches patience. The weather teaches humility. And each sunrise offers another opportunity to begin again. The church bell from the nearby village rings softly in the distance. Its slow, gentle tone drifts across the open fields before fading into the morning breeze. For many rural communities in 1850 America, that familiar bell marked not only the passing of time but also the close-knit spirit of neighbors who depended upon one another through every season. The farmer takes one final look across his peaceful farm. The animals are calm. The morning chores are nearly complete. The day is still young. Soon, he will harness his horse and make his way toward the fields, where another chapter of this quiet story will unfold beneath the wide American sky. For now, the countryside remains wrapped in gentle sunlight, birdsong, and the comforting rhythm of a simple life. One that asked for hard work, rewarded patience, and found beauty in the ordinary moments of every new morning. The morning chores are almost finished. The horses have been fed. The cows have fresh water. The chickens wander peacefully through the yard, pecking at the ground beneath the warm sunlight. The farmer closes the barn door halfway, leaving it open enough for the cool breeze to pass through. Inside, the animals settle comfortably into the gentle rhythm of the day. Outside, the farm feels fully awake now. The sun has climbed higher into the sky, and the golden light that once touched only the hilltops now stretches across every field and fence. Dew has nearly disappeared from the grass, leaving behind a fresh, earthy scent that rises with the warmth of the morning. The farmer walks slowly toward the garden beside the farmhouse. Rows of vegetables grow there: beans, carrots, onions, and cabbage, each carefully tended by the family. A few herbs grow near the kitchen door, their leaves releasing a pleasant fragrance whenever the breeze passes over them. He kneels for a moment and gently presses the soil between his fingers. Still moist from recent rain. Good growing weather. For people living in rural America in 1850, small gardens were as important as the larger fields. They provided fresh food throughout the season and helped families remain independent. A bee lands briefly on a flowering plant nearby. Then another. The garden hums softly with life. The farm dog sits patiently in the shade, watching everything with calm attention. From time to time, it lifts its ears at the sound of a bird or a distant wagon, but it remains close to the farmer, content simply to be near him. The farmer stands and looks toward the road beyond the fields. In the distance, a neighbor's wagon moves slowly along the dusty track, pulled by a single horse. The driver raises a hand in greeting, and the farmer returns the gesture. No words are needed. In small farming communities, people often knew one another for many years, sharing tools, helping during harvest, and offering support when times were difficult. A gentle wind moves through the wheat, creating long ripples that travel across the field like waves upon a quiet sea. The farmer watches for a moment, listening to the soft rustling sound. It is a peaceful sound. A familiar sound. One that has accompanied countless mornings just like this. He walks back toward the farmhouse porch and sits on the wooden step. For the first time since waking, he allows himself a few minutes of complete rest. The world around him continues its quiet work. Birds fly between the trees. Bees visit the flowers. The creek murmurs softly beyond the pasture. Clouds drift slowly across the wide blue sky. Nothing feels hurried. Nothing feels loud. This is the kind of morning that many people in the modern world rarely experience. A morning measured not by clocks and schedules, but by sunlight, birdsong, and the steady rhythm of the land. The farmer takes a deep breath. The scent of hay, fresh soil, and warm wood fills the air. Soon, the harder work of the day will begin. The horse will be harnessed. Tools will be gathered. The fields will call for attention. But that can wait for a few more peaceful moments. For now, he simply sits beneath the growing warmth of the sun, listening to the countryside awaken around him. And as the gentle morning breeze moves through the trees, step 2 comes quietly to an end, leaving us with the calm feeling of a simple American farm waking slowly and peacefully in the year 1850.